Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Today, I want to be able to talk about something really important. It's about how do you turn your clients into a walking, talking, ranting, raving billboard. See, getting clients, great, but turning them into billboards should be the absolute pinnacle of every business. It should be what we're trying to do. It should be where our thinking is. Because the simple fact is, the more walking, talking, ranting, raving billboards you have as clients, the more new referrals you're going to get from your clients. The more opportunities you're going to get your clients to be able to create for you. And if nothing else, just having clients that are so pleased with what you do that they want to be a walking billboard really should be the goal of every single business. Before I get into that, this Get More Referrals Today podcast is brought to us by the Referral Accelerator Hub, helping service providers to create more sales through referrals by attracting through referral sources, through their networks, through partnerships, through enrolling, education, auditioning, and nurturing, and through retaining their clients. The Referral Accelerator Hub. You can find out more at Referral Training Club, www.referraltrainingclub.com. Okay, on to today's show. Turning our clients into walking, talking, ranting, raving billboards. What does that actually mean? How do we go about doing it? What do we need to put in place to make that happen? Let's get stuck into it today. So a walking, talking, ranting, raving billboard, for me, is someone who does exactly that for you. Now, majority of people in society are quite introverted. So therefore, they keep to themselves. Therefore, they don't tend to put themselves out there, and they certainly don't want to be going about talking about things which might make them look silly. It's part of how our brain operates. It's better to do nothing than to do something which might come back and have someone either make fun of us or tell us we're wrong, or in the end, make us look dumb. And that's why the majority of people in society, they don't go about being really excited about the things they've experienced. Yet probably yourself and everyone you know has at one stage said, oh, I went to this great restaurant, or I went and did this fun activity, or we went on this type of holiday, or we had this sort of experience. So obviously, it sits within us, the capability of being a walking, talking billboard. So what brings that out in somebody? The simple fact is, people are walking billboards when there is an emotional feeling while doing that thing, while being in that place, while being with that person. We're all emotional beings. And how we feel emotionally at that very moment determines whether we go on and we continue to talk about it. If I got you to remember an event from your childhood, you'd probably remember an event that had some sort of real emotional attachment to it. I remember a handful of events, being stuck up a coconut tree in Papua New Guinea. There was an emotional attachment. The fuss that it caused for so many people to try to get me down. I remember our family having to be taken across a raging river to safety. There was a moment I didn't think everyone would make it. There was a strong emotional attachment. See, we remember things where there's an emotionally charged thing, whether it's through enjoyment, through pain, We remember those things. So if you want your clients to become walking, talking, ranting, raving billboards for you, how are you creating positive emotions? How are you making them feel a particular way? How are you creating the experience that they have when they're with you? See, the mistake I see is that people just simply go, well, if I do a good job, people are going to go out and talk about me. My clients are going to refer me. My clients are going to make sure that every chance they get, they're going to share me. And the simple fact is, no. You're supposed to do a good job. That's what they pay you for. And when you think your clients have hundreds of experiences a day, from buying their coffee to getting the newspaper to catching public transport to the drive into the office or home from the office, to what happened in the morning at breakfast, what happens at dinner around the table, to the phone calls they have, and everything in between. Every single little thing that happens in their day is an experience. We forget the majority of them. Why? When I went and got the green juice this morning, did I then go and tell everybody up and down the shops around how great that experience was? No, because it wasn't. It was no different to any other time. And that's what happens in our mundane life. It's pretty much all blends into one another. How do you mix that up? How do you change that? How do you ensure that your mindset is, I want to blow my clients away? Not just because I do a good job, not because they pay me, because deep down, that's what I'm passionate about. That no matter what, I want my clients to feel a particular way, to experience a particular thing. That needs to be our thinking. Unfortunately, it's not. And it's a huge mistake. And it's one that we shoot ourselves in the foot with. See, when you get this right, your clients will always be able to come and talk to you. You don't get blindsided by the simple, oh, I've had enough, or I want to leave, or can I stop now? Your clients will feel that they can always come to talk to you. There'll be better communication. They will want to go and share and talk. You'll be able to get to a much deeper connection with your clients. It won't just be surface level or business. Now, all of that's important because in the end, especially as service providers, the relationship you have with your clients is the be-all and end-all. And it's quite often easy to forget. It's easy. Fires pop up, we've got to put them out. We've got to work on the business. We're focusing on what's next. We're focusing on survival. We're focusing on all of these other things that it's easy to forget. That in the end, the human relationship you have with your client is everything. People who get this wrong, their focus is, great, I've got that client. Who's the next client? The focus is, I'm doing a good job. They should be happy. They should be grateful for me. People who get this wrong focus more on them and their ego than on the other person. The people who get this wrong, really, it's a mind shift adjustment that's required. More so than the activities or the implementations that I'll go through shortly. The simple fact is, you have a choice. You have a choice to see your clients as humans and want the relationship to be the best it possibly can, or you have a choice to just simply take their money and do the bare minimum. But I suppose how you commit to how you see your clients is probably how we commit to other things in life too. So if I'm putting this together and I'm looking at going, how do I turn my clients into walking, talking, ranting, raving billboards for me? There are 4 things that we need to focus on. The first one is all around my own thinking. How do I see my clients? How do I view them? How do I interact with them? How do I talk to them? What's our communication? Do I see it as a chore? Do I see it as an opportunity? Do I see it as how grateful and lucky I am? How do you see your clients? How do you want to add value to your clients? How do you want to impact them? Like all of these things internally, your own thinking will determine the actions of what you actually implement from today's podcast. So you need to decide, are your clients a burden on you, or are they the best thing that ever happened to you? There's obviously a huge array of thinking from the far left to the far right. But you've got to inside you actually work out yourself how you view your clients. You've got to get your thinking right around this. The second thing is when your clients first join you, what is their on-ramp experience? What do you do the first 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever it happens to be? Do you have a set experience that they go through that helps reduce the overwhelm, the anxiousness, keeps the excitement up? When someone first becomes your client, they go through a whole array of emotions. Do you understand them? Do you have things in place to ensure that you're getting them moving along in the right direction? How many days is the pivotal amount before the excitement wears off? What do you have in place? So mindset, first thing to think about. Your on-ramp, second thing to think about. The third one is the whole client experience journey. We map out in Partnership Club. We know our guys are with us for roughly 3.5, 4 years. We map out what happens from day 0 all the way through to literally day 1300. What's the journey? What's the experience that we want them to have? When we're turning clients into walking, talking, ranting, raving billboards is not about doing a good job. It's about creating an emotional feeling for them and with them. When that emotional feeling is created, it is attached to you. You create it. The last thing is, what magical moments can you create? Sure, people talk about sending gifts, send a Christmas card, send a Christmas gift, send something on their birthday. If that's all you do, it's not good enough. You need to be able to do random things. That's what creates this emotional high. We're on emotional roller coasters all the time. I mean, there's one financial planner who does nothing else. If I had a choice, we wouldn't have taken the loan with them. Sorry, not financial planner, mortgage broker. For one of the first super fund properties So each birthday, they send a card. Don't even write in the card. So it's just a card with a $1 scratch ticket, lotto ticket. Like, why bother? It's actually having a negative effect, not a positive effect. No other communication, no other engagement. You just sit back and you get your money that the bank gives you each month for creating the loan. See, there's a great example of someone who doesn't get it. There is no walking, talking, ranting, raving billboard coming from my mouth about them. Only negativity. See, it's really easy to shoot yourself in the foot with this. And half the time, you probably don't even realize that you're doing it. Because consciously, we're not thinking about how humans are reacting. We don't have the understanding. It's why I love all the work and all the studies that we do around human behavior, about how our brains work, about primal instincts, about human biology. And we combine that with marketing. And that's why generating more referrals, bringing on more clients than what you have every single month, retaining clients, creating a legacy. It's because we understand this better than pretty much anyone else out there in bringing all of it together that it makes such a big difference. So there's one thing that you could do from today's podcast. Start with your own thinking. How do you see your clients? How do you change your own attitude? How do you take that, even if your attitude's good around your clients, to a whole nother level? How can you create a nice on-ramp? What are the customer journey that you want your clients to experience when they're a client and when they're finished being a client? What are magical moments that you could have in place? As always, make sure you look in the notes, show notes, wherever you are listening to today's podcast. And make sure you join us in our $1 Million Referral Network, our free Facebook group. Jump over and join us. Grab our latest guide. Come along to the next Referral Growth Summit. And today's podcast was brought to us by the Referral Accelerator Hub. Go to www.referraltrainingclub.com to find out more. Till next time, take care. Michael Griffiths, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and I'll speak to you soon.